G'day world, Chris Hogan coming to you live from Longreach, and we're here for Startup Weekend Outback Edition, and I have with me this facilitator, Daniel Johnsen. How are you, Daniel?
Doing great, a little bit warm, but having a fun time.
Yeah, I think it's 42 today. Yeah.
Just a cool 42. Yeah.
And we're in a tin shed, so it's nice and warm. So Daniel, it started on Friday night, it's now Sunday. Can you run us through sort of what's happened since Friday?
Yeah, so the teams on Friday night and the participants shared their ideas, businesses, problems that they had. They self-selected into 5 working teams, so we had about 22 ideas that were shared initially. Self-selected into 5 working teams, and they've been all weekend long, Saturday and Sunday, going out, talking, seeing if anybody else besides them and their mother has this problem in their life, and a couple of them have some pre-sales, which is pretty exciting, and which is what you want to see during one of these events. But people are they're learning, they're applying, they're moving quickly, which is what we want them to do.
Fantastic. So I understand that people don't have to come to these events with an idea. It can happen and flourish here. They also don't have to do market research before they come here. They can do it during the weekend, but it does all help if you've kind of done a bit of that beforehand. So what are some of the key challenges that have been presented to the teams with, it's about 54 hours, isn't it?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. Of basically building a business.
So the biggest thing is they've got to figure out, is this even a problem somebody has? And so one of the techniques we use is we have them go out in the community, call people, post things on Facebook, a lot of cold emails, and see if they can reach somebody to even get that person to say, yes, this is a problem in my life. And if it is, we've taught them different questions to ask. So it's a lot of learning to say, hey, I either thought of this problem as I was sitting in the room on Friday night, and there's one participant here that's been having this problem and been thinking about it for 10 years. So there's an entire continuum of how long I've percolated on it, done research, saw a newspaper article. One lady's been clipping articles because she's like, this is a problem, we've got to solve it, and she brought them with her. And then other people said, well, as I was walking into the event or while I was driving the 3 hours here, I said, well, what would I like to have? What's a problem in my life? And so they just share those ideas.
Yeah, and being in Longreach, being in the Outback, people have come from far and wide. So what's the sort of longest distance someone came just for this weekend?
So people that did not fly, we have one participant that drove 8 hours to be here, so left 4 o'clock in the morning from north of Emerald, and it's 4 hours from Emerald. We have some people that flew in from Brisbane, so they took the little shortcut. Instead of 14 hours, they did it in about an hour and a half on that propeller plane. We have some people, actually there's a big team of people from Brisbane, even though they're having an event this weekend. But yeah, people, it's a quick 3 hours to where home is. So it turns out if you present this as an opportunity, people will come out of the groundwork and the woodwork and just try to see if they can have a go at it.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I think it was 5 hot deskers, is that right? Or 6? 5?
5.
But 5 people from the Queensland government Hot Desk Initiative came out from Brisbane, and they've been mentoring, is that right?
Yeah, so since the Hot Desk program through Advanced Queensland brings entrepreneurs that have a track record and are establishing their own companies, they allowed them to come out here and mentor. So they've been working hand in hand with the teams. So that's a great partnership that takes somebody that's raised $20 million before, sink them down here in Longreach. I've been calling them the little brain trust, that this may be the most experienced startup people that have all came to Longreach on the exact same weekend. So that's pretty exciting, but it also gives the participants the knowledge that, hey, somebody's been out there, they've done it before, they've got this knowledge. It's easy to ask, but the more important thing is that now there's that relationship, and a quick little email can say, hey, you came to Longreach, I'm in Brisbane, I need to talk to you about this business idea, and hopefully through the connections that we're building, the networking opportunities, those can continue, and now they're not isolated in these remote communities, but they're out there and able to tap into additional resources.
And Daniel, we caught up with you when you just got off the plane into Brisbane with quite a bit of jet lag from the US, and we caught up in the precinct, and found out that you were coming out here. So I think that was some months ago now. All right, I can't remember. May, thank you. How's the journey been?
Yeah, so it's definitely a different experience out here than what you'll see you'll see in Brisbane or Sydney or anywhere else, even different than what you'll see in Townsville. But what this unique area has is, yes, it's remote. Yes, the area that I cover and that I'm working in is 22% of Queensland, and there's 12,000 people. But the problems that they experience here are real. It's none of these, hey, I'd like to be able to take a picture of my cat and change its hair color and put little, like, that's not the business people are here. It's real things that impact their bottom line, that impact their livelihood. And those are the problems that need to be solved. And we're just here to help bridge the gap with the problem that they have and the solution they want to build, and see how we can plug the holes and give them the encouragement to start something.
You're absolutely right, and we heard some of those pitches on Friday night and some of the 22, so I'm not sure what they've been formed into yet. We'll find out very soon. But they were all very selfless. The women it wasn't about them, it was about their men, and it was about their children, and about their community. And that's the changes that they wanted to make. And I was blown away. Nearly every one of them had that theme. So we'll see what they formed into, but there were some good ideas there, and I'm excited to talk to them. So thanks very much for your time, Daniel.
Yep.
And they don't get published online or anything like that, do they? The ideas, or do they?
Yeah. So we're gonna make an attempt to live stream, just like this particular video is live streaming, so I may borrow your equipment. We'll see. Sure. Tripod. But yeah, we're gonna, if on Facebook you can search for Startup Weekend Outback, and we're gonna attempt to publish it. We did the opening night festivities on there, and we'll try to give this one another go.
And the pitches are happening this afternoon, yeah?
1 p.m. Australian Eastern Time on Sunday, February the 11th, 2018.
Today. Great, guys. Thanks for watching. Also available more stories on facebook.com/Beach City Life. Don't forget that page. We will tag it in this post. Cheers. And you can also find more interviews on YouTube. Just search for Beach City.